Welcome to Caring for Care Trainer TV. Today, we're going to talk about something every trainer faces at some point: difficult group dynamics. Understanding group dynamics. Now, have you ever walked into a room and sensed that some learners just don't want to be there? Arms crossed, no participation, minimal engagement. It can feel like an uphill battle, right? Don't worry, because by the end of this video, you'll have practical strategies to identify and manage different learner types, ensuring that you can turn even the most disengaged group into a great training session. Now, at some point in your trainer career, you'll encounter all these types of learners, and it's important to recognize that people can switch roles throughout the day. The goal isn't to single anyone out, but to understand these dynamics so that you can tailor your approach. Recognizing patterns in the room. Sometimes you'll sense that a group doesn't want to be there. It might not be personal. Learners can have a range of reasons for feeling disengaged, and often they have nothing to do with you. It can be work stuff, something going on at home, or previous bad experiences of training. Nonetheless, as a trainer, it's your responsibility to support your learners to have the best training experience possible. Now, the first step is learning to recognize patterns within the training room. Occasionally, it's helpful to bring this to the group's attention. This is not about pointing fingers or making anyone uncomfortable, but about acknowledging the energy in the room. You could invite people to reflect on which role they might be in and how this might impact their learning experience or the group's. Learners don't need to disclose how they feel, and you certainly don't need to point anyone out. Remember, bringing awareness to these dynamics is often enough for people to adjust, as they may not realize that they've brought this energy into the training room. Common learner types and how to support them. Now, here are 4 common learner types that you'll likely encounter and tips on how to approach each. The hostage characteristics. This learner feels that they're obliged to attend the training due to job requirements, sometimes on days off, and can appear resentful. They may also have had past negative experiences in the training room. Strategy: show empathy and aim to create a fresh, positive experience. By understanding their reluctance, you can help them feel more open to learning. The saboteur characteristics. This learner finds reasons to complain and may be disengaged despite your efforts. Strategy: involve them by asking for their input. For example, can you share your thoughts, or what action would you take here? Acknowledging their perspective can sometimes shift their attitude. The holidaymaker characteristics. This learner sees training as a break from work and might check out mentally. Strategy: encourage engagement by creating active, hands-on tasks. Break up the session so it doesn't feel like just another work task. The volunteer characteristics. Eager to learn and engage. This learner can be a strong participant. Strategy: while their enthusiasm is valuable, avoid over-relying on them. Aim to balance participation so others who may need support also get involved. Hi team, sorry, just a quick interruption to today's video. If you're an excellent care or clinical trainer in the UK, get in touch with recruitment@caringforcare.co.uk if you're interested in opportunities with us. Now, back to today's video. Addressing the energy in the room. Now, when you sense disengagement, it's okay to address it head on in a friendly, non-judgmental way. You might say, for example, option 1, acknowledgement. We all come to training for different reasons. Some of us are here because it's a requirement, others are excited to learn, and some might see it as a break from the usual routine. What's important is that we're here now and we can choose how to approach the day. Now, this helps break the ice and encourage learners to consider how their attitudes impact the session. Option 2, using humor. How many of us are feeling like the hostage today? Or maybe we have a few holiday makers. Don't worry, I won't ask you to raise your hand. Humor can ease the tension and allow learners to recognize themselves without feeling targeted. Remember, humor should always be gentle and inclusive to avoid anyone feeling uncomfortable. Option 3, self-reflection. You might ask participants to reflect which position that they're currently in and how that might negatively impact others, training experiences, and what support they need to ensure that their needs are met during the training. Now, this can encourage bringing it to people's awareness and encouraging them to consider what support they might need. Strategies for managing group dynamics. Acknowledge the mood in the room. Be non-judgmental. Identify learner types. Hostage, volunteer, saboteur, holidaymaker. Use humor and reflection to break the ice and ease tension. Encourage participation with small group activities and adapt your training session to meet the needs of the group. For example, had a group discussion in mind? Maybe working in pairs is best. Stay calm with challenging behaviors and don't take it personally. Refer back to ground rules to keep the session structured. Be assertive. If someone continues being disruptive, consider discussing it privately. Ask how you can support them in meeting their goals and explore what they're willing to do to meet you halfway. Remember, every group is different and attitudes can shift throughout the day. By staying flexible, keeping the atmosphere light and focusing on engagement, you can turn even the toughest group into a successful training session. Now, as always, if you have any topics you'd like us to cover or supportive comments to help other trainers, please drop them in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.